Have you ever questioned whether traveling after 70 is truly safe? While the idea of exploring new places and cultures can be thrilling, there are serious risks that many seniors don't realize until it's too late. Aging brings changes to the body and mind that can make travel more tiring, unpredictable, and even hazardous. Many seniors believe they can maintain the same travel pace as in their younger years. But the truth is that traveling after 70 comes with unique challenges that can quickly turn a dream trip into a stressful or dangerous situation. In this video, we'll highlight 5 crucial reasons why travel after 70 can pose serious risks, ranging from sudden health emergencies to hidden financial traps that can drain your savings. Each reason will give you a deeper understanding of the specific difficulties older adults face while traveling. By the end, you'll see why travel at this stage of life demands more preparation and caution, and what you can do to protect yourself if you choose to hit the road. Let's begin with the first and most pressing issue. Number 1, higher risk of health complications and medical emergencies. One of the top concerns for seniors traveling after 70 is the increased likelihood of sudden health problems. As we age, our bodies become less predictable, and conditions like heart disease, high blood pressure, or lung issues can escalate quickly. While access to medical care at home is straightforward, getting urgent treatment while abroad or in unfamiliar territory can be much more complicated. Even minor health problems like dehydration, a fall, or altitude sickness can have more serious consequences for seniors. Long flights also carry a risk of blood clots, deep vein thrombosis, and the stress of navigating unfamiliar places can raise blood pressure and anxiety levels. The risk of catching infections in new environments is also higher, as older immune systems are often weaker. Take James, a 74-year-old who had always loved to travel. He booked a 2-week cruise with his wife, expecting a peaceful getaway. But just 4 days in, he suffered severe chest pain. While the ship's medical staff helped as much as they could, James needed immediate hospitalization. Being in the middle of the ocean meant waiting hours for an emergency evacuation. He eventually recovered, but the experience left him shaken and far more cautious about future travel. Another major issue is health insurance. Many seniors don't realize their domestic coverage may not extend abroad. Without proper travel insurance, even simple treatments can result in thousands of dollars in out-of-pocket expenses. Emergency surgeries, hospital stays, or even a single doctor's visit can become financially overwhelming. So what should you do if you're over 70 and still want to travel? Consult your doctor first, get a full health check, and discuss any concerns. Bring all necessary medications in your carry-on, along with written prescriptions. Research the healthcare system in your destination. Buy travel insurance that includes medical coverage, emergency evacuations, and hospital stays. Being proactive can turn a risky trip into a safe and enjoyable experience. Health is the foundation of good travel, especially after 70, but as you'll see, it's only one piece of the puzzle. Number 2, higher risk of infections and exposure to germs. One of the most underestimated dangers of traveling after 70 is the increased risk of coming into contact with viruses, bacteria, and foodborne illnesses. Busy airports, crowded flights, public transit, and unfamiliar eateries create environments where germs flourish. While a younger traveler might bounce back quickly from a cold or mild stomach bug, seniors can face serious health consequences, including hospitalization or long-term setbacks. A single trip can expose older adults to more illnesses than they'd normally face in months at home. And with a weaker immune system, fighting off those infections becomes much harder. As we age, our immune defenses naturally decline, which means recovering from even common infections like the flu or pneumonia becomes more difficult, especially when exposed to new strains in foreign regions. Airplanes are especially high risk, with passengers seated closely together for hours breathing recycled air. International airports bring people from all over the world into one space, increasing exposure to unfamiliar pathogens. Then there's food and water safety. Trying new dishes abroad is part of the adventure, but seniors can be more sensitive to unfamiliar ingredients and preparation methods. Foodborne illnesses like E. coli, salmonella, or norovirus tend to affect older adults more severely. causing dehydration, extended illness, and immune complications. Even local tap water, which may be fine for residents, can be risky for travelers. Something as simple as a raw salad rinsed in local water can cause a serious digestive issue. It's also important to remember that just because a place looks clean doesn't mean it's sanitary. Public restrooms, hotel surfaces, rental cars, doorknobs, tray tables, and seatbelts often harbor bacteria. Seniors using canes, walkers, or handrails for balance are especially vulnerable due to frequent contact with these high-touch surfaces. To reduce these risks, seniors should take extra precautions when traveling. Wear masks in crowded spaces, wash hands frequently, and carry hand sanitizer. Drink only bottled or properly filtered water. Avoid raw or undercooked food in unfamiliar settings. Stick to well-cooked meals. Get recommended travel vaccines in advance. Carry essential medications for digestion and respiratory issues. With careful planning, seniors can still travel safely, but doing so takes more awareness and preparation. Unfortunately, health isn't the only concern. There's another major reason why traveling after 70 can be more stressful than joyful, and it affects not only your well-being, but also your wallet and peace of mind. If you're still watching and finding this helpful, comment number 2 below and let me know you're here. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss a new video. Let's keep going. Number 3, travel fatigue and recovery struggles. While travel can be thrilling, for adults over 70, the physical demands are often much heavier than expected. Long flights, early mornings, shifting time zones, and constant activity can quickly lead to deep exhaustion. Unlike younger travelers who bounce back after a good night's sleep, seniors often feel the effects of fatigue for days or even weeks. This kind of tiredness can weaken the immune system, slow reaction times, and increase the risk of illness or injury. One of the biggest hurdles is sleep disruption. New environments, noisy hotels, and jet lag make restful sleep difficult, and sleep deprivation doesn't just cause drowsiness. It can dull mental clarity, raise heart risks, and impact overall wellness. Seniors especially take longer to adjust to time zone changes, making jet lag more intense and longer lasting. Then there's the physical stress. Hours sitting in cramped spaces can stiffen muscles, swell joints, and increase the risk of blood clots, particularly in those with arthritis or circulation issues. And once you arrive, walking long distances, carrying luggage, or keeping up with packed schedules can be physically overwhelming. Take Richard, a 75-year-old retiree. He and his wife planned an international vacation they dreamed of. But after the long flight and time zone change, Richard felt drained. Sightseeing became a struggle, and by the time he adjusted, it was nearly time to head home. Instead of returning refreshed, he spent weeks recovering from the trip. Another common issue is disrupted nutrition and hydration. New cuisines can upset digestion, and staying hydrated on the go is often forgotten. Dehydration can cause fatigue, dizziness, and confusion, making basic travel activities even harder. So how can seniors cope? Build in rest days, stay hydrated and eat familiar, balanced meals. Avoid tightly packed itineraries. Choose shorter flights or add layovers to move and stretch. Take naps when needed. Most importantly, listen to your body and adjust your travel plans accordingly. Travel should leave you feeling fulfilled, not worn out. Recognizing your limits and preparing wisely can mean the difference between a beautiful trip and one that takes weeks to recover from. Number 4, increased risk of falls and injuries. One of the most serious and often overlooked dangers of traveling after age 70 is the heightened risk of falls and injuries. As we get older, natural changes occur in our bodies. Balance declines, reflexes slow, and bones become more fragile. This makes even minor accidents potentially devastating. A small trip or stumble that might be manageable at home could lead to a broken bone, hospitalization, or lasting mobility issues when it happens abroad. What should be a relaxing vacation can quickly spiral into a painful and expensive ordeal. Travel environments often present unfamiliar challenges. Many places like hotels, cruise ships, or historic sites have uneven flooring, dim staircases, or slippery surfaces that increase the chance of falling. Some destinations lack proper accessibility altogether, making everyday actions like stepping off a curb or getting onto a bus unexpectedly dangerous. And in some countries, emergency medical services are slower or less equipped than what seniors are used to, which can make even minor injuries more serious due to delays in treatment. Take, for example, Linda, a 78-year-old who had always dreamed of seeing Europe. She stayed active and regularly walked in her neighborhood, so she felt confident in her ability to handle the trip. But once she arrived in Italy, the steep, uneven streets proved to be a challenge. One night, in a poorly lit alley, she misjudged a step and fell, breaking her hip. She ended up in a local hospital where doctors said surgery was necessary. Her dream trip was abruptly cut short, and the months of recovery that followed made her wish she had never gone. Another major factor is fatigue. Travel often means long days, irregular meals, and poor sleep, all of which can impact coordination and balance. A tired body reacts more slowly, increasing the likelihood of a fall. For seniors dealing with arthritis or joint pain, extended periods of walking through airports, train stations, or on sightseeing tours can lead to swelling and discomfort, further raising the risk of injury. So how can older adults protect themselves? Choose travel destinations with strong accessibility features like elevators, ramps, and even sidewalks. Avoid areas with rugged or uneven terrain, especially if you have mobility concerns. Wear supportive, non-slip footwear, and consider using a walking stick or cane for added stability. Prioritize rest and hydration, and be mindful not to overexert yourself. Most importantly, know your limits. Not every destination or tour is worth risking your health for. At this stage in life, maintaining your independence and mobility should come before any travel itinerary. A fall might seem like a small thing, but for seniors, it can alter the course of life permanently. If you're still with us and found this helpful, go ahead and comment number 4 below to let us know you're here. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video. We truly appreciate your support. It helps us continue to create thoughtful, empowering content just for you. Now let's keep going. Number 5, travel insurance and financial dangers. When people think about the risks of traveling after 70, health usually comes to mind first, but the financial side can be just as dangerous. Many seniors assume that if something goes wrong, their savings or regular insurance will cover the cost. Unfortunately, that's not always the case. Travel-related medical emergencies, cancellations, and scams can create sudden and overwhelming expenses that turn a dream vacation into a financial disaster. One major pitfall is medical costs abroad. Most standard health insurance plans don't cover treatment outside of your home country. If you get sick or injured overseas, you may be responsible for thousands of dollars in hospital bills. Even in countries with low-cost healthcare, emergency evacuations, like being flown to a proper hospital, can cost tens of thousands. Without the right travel insurance, you might have to choose between your health and your wallet. Another financial risk is trip cancellations. Seniors often book their vacations months in advance, expecting to be in good health when the time comes. But sudden health changes can force plans to be canceled. Unfortunately, many airlines, hotels, and tour companies have non-refundable policies, meaning you could lose thousands if plans change and you're not properly insured. Then there are the fraud and scam risks. Seniors are prime targets for con artists, especially when traveling. From overpriced taxi rides and phony tour deals to credit card fraud and fake hotel bookings, the financial traps are everywhere. Scammers often look for older adults who seem unfamiliar with their surroundings, making it easier to take advantage. Consider George, a cautious 76-year-old who booked a tropical vacation online. Everything looked legitimate, until he arrived and discovered the hotel didn't exist. He'd been scammed. With no place to stay and his money gone, George had to pay twice his planned budget just to find emergency accommodations. What should have been a relaxing trip turned into a stressful, expensive mess. So how can seniors protect themselves? Check your health insurance coverage for international travel. If it doesn't apply, purchase a solid travel insurance plan that includes medical emergencies and cancellations. Only book through trusted companies and skip offers that seem too good to be true. Be cautious with your money while traveling. Avoid large amounts of cash, guard your credit card info, and don't give financial details to strangers. While travel can still be exciting after 70, these financial risks prove it's not something to take lightly. The unexpected costs, scams, and medical expenses can have long-term consequences if you're not prepared. We've covered 5 critical risks of traveling after 70: health emergencies, infections, fatigue, injuries, and financial pitfalls. These are the hidden challenges many seniors don't fully consider until it's too late. While travel can enrich your later years, it also demands more planning, caution, and thought than ever before. Does that mean you shouldn't travel after 70? Not necessarily, but the way you travel must change. Opt for shorter, safer trips with reliable access to care. Explore local places or destinations with strong infrastructure and low physical demands. Travel should enhance your life, not leave you physically or financially drained. Before booking your next trip, ask yourself, is my health stable enough to handle this? Do I have proper insurance to cover unexpected events? Is my destination senior-friendly and accessible? These aren't fun questions, but they can protect your health, your money, and your peace of mind. Thanks for watching. If you learned something today, drop a comment below sharing your biggest takeaway. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your support keeps this community growing, and we truly appreciate it. See you in the next video.